Lega played a player that shouldn't have played for the last 2 minutes of the second leg. When the game was over anyway. But last week, a team, I forget what teams it was a team in the Europa League done the same, and their player was on longer than what the Lega player was on the second leg, and all the team got was a fine and put through. But for some reason in the Champions League, Lega done it for the last 2 minutes, and Lega gets put out of the competition. Now, I don't think, how can they have one rule for the Europa League and a different rule for the Champions League? Is it because Celtic's Peter Lawwell is on the board of UEFA? I don't know.
More than likely.
I mean, surely they can't have one rule for one competition and make a totally different rule for the other. Surely the rules should be the same, right, for that sort of thing, right across the board. So what's your predictions for Sunday, Kev? Must be away. I don't see the point of this cup on Sunday. Why play a cup that's got no meaning to it, really? This so close to the start of the season that you could actually risk injury to one of your players. But all the big leagues seem to have a cup. It's a Super Cup on Sunday as well, isn't it? No, it's Tuesday night the Super Cup. Real Madrid versus Seville. The fuck it, what do you call it? I forget the name of the cup. The cup that Man City will play and Arsenal play, because Man City won the championship and Arsenal won the FA Cup. Charity Shield. Is it still called the Charity Shield? I don't see the point in it right enough. But Spain do it as well, because Barcelona and I think it's Barcelona and Madrid that will play in their cup. But the European Super Cup, I think it's Tuesday night and it's in Cardiff. Charity Shield, aye. And the Super Cup is on Tuesday in Cardiff. That'll be good. Gareth will be good. They'll be fucking Spain will be Spain. Aye, Cardiff will be like Spain on Tuesday. Wait, Madrid and Seville. Is it for charity? So no clubs make any money out of it? Does like all the money made in the game go to charity? I'm not sure, mate. That I'll need to. I didn't actually think that. I know that it was a charity shield, but I wasn't sure if everything went to charity or just a percentage. I'm not sure. Kev, do you know? Kev.
Oh.
Kevin.
Hold on. What the compare?
Do you know that? Like, see the charity shield?
Oh yeah.
Does all
weekend.
Aye, does all the money for that go to charity?
I do not know. I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. It's a busy week in the UK.
I always thought it did. I don't know. I never know it was. I always just thought it. That's why they call it that for community.
I think we're playing Tuesday night as well. Fucking suckers.
Does the money go to charity?
That's what I don't know.
Oh, I never know.
You'd think with it being called the Charity Shield it would.
We don't call it that way, you know. We named it.
Oh, what's it renamed now?
Community Shield.
Oh, Community Shield.
Yeah.
Ah,
They
right.
renamed it a couple of years ago.
Right.
Oh shit.
There you are, it's renamed Community Shield. Busy week because they've got that on Sunday. That's at Wembley, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got that on Sunday, and then Tuesday night you've got the big game in Wales. Real Madrid v Seville is in Wales this year. I only found that out. I only found that out the other night when they advertised that game. Ah, community, cool. Well, there is a point to it then. That's a very good point, actually. I hope all teams that hold a game like that during this time of the year, it goes to the same sort of thing. That's a brilliant thing. So that could help. That could go towards like youth football initiatives and things like that. Disability things and absolutely a great gesture, actually. Yes, I see the point of it now. It's not a pointless game.
It's nice to win it, does. The clubs go for the win on now.
Aye.
That's just like not like the FA Cup. The clubs like to win now.
There's been rounds of the FA Cup already though. That's the thing.
They don't like the League Cup though. They don't. Like the baby cup, they call that.
Even in Scotland, the Scottish Cup, they've already been rounds in the Scottish Cup up here. But yet, the bigger teams don't start the Scottish Cup to late December, early January. Depends when the cup final is.
It says revenue from the game.
Aye.
A match programme distributed to the 124 clubs who compete to be distributed to charities and projects of their own choice.
Cool. So it's up to all the clubs in England that compete in that. That's actually a good initiative.
Before it was called Community Shield or Charity Shield, it was called Sheriff of London Charity Shield.
Right.
Google.
I remember when Coca-Cola
Yeah, Coca-Cola sponsored it years ago.
and Coca-Cola sponsored the Coca-Cola Cup, which would have been your
League Cup.
the League Cup, aye.
Wait, League Cup, so not the FA Cup. No.
Because I remember it was Dodge a tune at the Coca-Cola bus, the open top bus that used to go to some of the games. It was one of the boys that I used to hang about with doing, when we used to go down cruising down Air Beach. His father actually drove the Coca-Cola bus for Dodds, and every weekend when that cup competition was on, or midweek when it was on, he was away with the bus. But imagine it being an English cup, but the bus came for here. Oh, fuck you. Move him, will you? Kev, please. Can you move that plonker? Aye, you missed me.
Moved to your channel.
Moved to the naughty corner.
Apparently Man United and QPR were the first teams to play when it was changed to Charity Shield.
Man United and QPR?
Yeah. The match was drawn 1-1, so the game was replayed. This is the only Charity Shield game to be replayed.
Aye, because it's only went over the one leg now. But did QPR win the FA Cup that year or something like? Because usually it's the FA Cup winners and the league winners.
Well, it says it's usually amateurs versus professionals, so QPR must be the amateurs.
Oh, QPR's professional. Ah, fuck. Your football up here needs to be based the same way as the English game's based. Like, we're needing I mean, they changed the setup of our game last year. They only changed the 4 leagues. It's still, if you're in the bottom tier of Scottish football and your team's absolutely pish, you don't need to bother. You're still going to be in that league the next year. There's no promotion or relegation below the 4th, before the second division it is now. Whereas down in England, all divisions you've got relegation promotion. So what they need to do in Scotland is actually set up like the same as the conference, have the one conference league that teams from right round Scotland play in the Premier, and then have maybe regionalised first division, second division, regionalised north of Scotland, and then north. How would you do it? North and east maybe, and via the west and south west. So that would mean that your Glasgow teams and Ayrshire teams would play in the league, like your Highland League, Inverness and all that, versus the East League and the East League teams. Mix them all up, divide them up evenly, have a mix of all the teams in the Premier League, Premier Conference. Have a regionalised, like the East and North in the one league, and then the other league have the rest of Scotland, and have them all corresponding with the professional leagues. And it means that the bottom team then, all teams in that league need to try and get out that relegation zone, or say 2 relegation zones, because a team for the professional conference league would then come up like they do in England. Know what I mean? So they need a good pyramid system, which fans have been calling out for, but they don't go. I mean, they change the league format, but they don't go as far to let like junior teams get right into the Scottish football. Junior teams, I mean, some of the junior teams in Scotland pull bigger crowds than what the teams in the second and the first division pool. For instance, Auchinleck Talbot's got a home crowd of something like 3,000. Right? Some of the... Oh fuck. Didn't ring there. Some of the... I mean, your teams in your Scottish, like first and second, are only pulling in something like maybe 400 a game. So why not give the junior teams? I would say, the junior clubs having to get the parts that you need. Some of the parts in the lower leagues of Scotland, I've seen junior parks that I say better than what some of the parts we've visited over the last 2 seasons. Some of the junior teams down this area have got a better stadium than what the part-time professionals have. SFA just seem to don't want to allow teams to drop out the bottom tier of Scottish football and new teams come in. But if they don't do something, Scottish football's dying on its knees now. I mean, there's Celtic get humiliated in Europe. They get humiliated against Tottenham Hotspur. Well, in pre-season. They're selling other decent players. They're not buying empty. They're depending on young players. Because there's no competition. Rangers aren't there. And it was only Rangers and Celtic that run that league, basically. In fact, who was it the other day? It was a player for England. Who is it? Ian Wright, for all people. he came out and said that the best thing that could happen to British football, and especially Scottish football, would be to allow for the English FA to allow Rangers, Celtic join the leagues. He says the interest that that would incur would be massive. Can I do it here? Would be massive. He says, you're not trying to tell me that Rangers and Celtic, with the fan base that they could have, that they have got, would struggle in the Premier League. He says, give Rangers and Celtic 2 years in the Premier League and they'd be challenging for the champion, for the league, because the money is so much higher. I mean, TV, what you's getting TV money down south in the Premier League, we don't even get half of that to win our Premiership up here. So TV money alone would be higher income than what we make straight away. But I can never see it happening. But Ian Wright, that's the only decent thing Ian Wright's ever said, right enough. That's new. That he cares, no, always been there. But on you go.
So it's like after the World Cup that I can't remember what manager it was, but he said he's quite confident that England will never win a World Cup again because all the British football teams buy foreign players.
That's right. All the top English football teams. That's right.
So maybe they need to start looking a bit further down the league for.
Not just England. All British countries need to do the exact same. I mean, Northern Ireland's got a professional league, right? How many players out of the Northern Ireland professional league actually play for Northern Ireland? None. Usually are pulled out of English leagues. Even if they're playing like in the first and second division, England, they get in the squad before a Northern Irish one will. Which is all wrong. I mean, they should be bringing their own youths through in their own countries. And I mean, I don't mind if the players are playing in Britain because they're British anyway. That's the rule I didn't get when UEFA used to have that rule. The 3 foreigners. I mean, the British is all one island, so how could the English be foreigners? But they were, because we actually fell under that, because at the time we had a lot. At the time, we pulled when the changeover era at Rangers before our 9 in a row campaign. English clubs were banned to Europe because of the ISO. Remember, Liverpool got all England banned. Remember, so we had the pulling power because we had European competition. So we were pulling players like your Terry Butchers, your Chris Wood, your Trevor Stevens, Ray Wilkins. But then we bought all these players, and then we got to Europe. We could only play 3. And then we had to fill the rest with Scottish players. Because of that daft rule, you were only allowed 3 foreigners. And now, I think UEFA's regretting it now, because now you can play as many as you want now. Which again,
from your channel.
Isn't any good, because your homegrown talent's not getting a chance in big competitions. I do agree that some rule needs to be brought in. That's why years ago your Italian leagues were very strong. Because although UEFA had the three player rule, most countries' football association never had the rule. So you could buy players for any other country and play them in your own competitions. But then when you went to your UEFA Champions League or European Cup, it was called then, and your UEFA Cup, you couldn't play the same team. You had to change your team to all your homegrown players. But over in Italy, the Italian FA had the rule that any Italian club could only have 3 foreigners. So that's why for years and years the Italian were the kings of Europe and all that during the time. Because they basically had the same squad playing in all their games. Because they weren't allowed to have any more foreigners anyway. I mean, you still see to this day, look at the players that Italy bring through. Even Spain. You know, these countries, they can bring through players, so why can't our home nations? Argentina, Brazil. Although the Brazil team they're now isn't even worth mentioning right enough, they're very poor now. But in the past, look at the players that they've had. Argentina, look at Argentina's always had stars at World Cups and such. Maradona, the hand of God, the prick. I think a lot of English teams would be scared away. Rangers, Celtic. But it'd be good fun. Because Celtic fans would get a fucking pounding no matter where they went. Because Celtic is absolutely hated all through England. That's why England, if Celtic go anywhere for pre-season games, there's always rammies at the games. Because folk know what they're like against British service personnel. I mean, they played, was it last year? Who did they play? Last year they played a lower league team in England, and it was still fucking rampage through the towns. Because the minute teams know that Celtic's going down, other firms are on the phone, we'll come and help yous. They played Chelsea the other year down in Chelsea, and they get fucking. They thought they could take over certain areas in Chelsea. They got a surprise though. Them and Wrexham are very friendly. Wrexham and Shelbourne. That's the 3 teams that's very friendly. It's only 3 teams that's friendly with Celtic. 1 British, Wrexham. The other one's for a foreign country. Can I afford to? No, I can't afford to. I can't afford to sleep 2 hours. That's because I went the wrong way. It'd be good because, as I said, Ryan, the TV money alone, what a team gets for TV money alone, is more than what any of the Scottish teams get. In fact, I would probably wager it saying that what the Premier League get in TV money alone, right, is more than what all the Scottish football get for winning the leagues and other positions probably. It's that bad. Based up here, they're happy if they draw 3 million TV money in. I mean, up the Premier League up here, they were desperate. They never the sponsor the year before. Desperate to reorganise it last year to get a sponsor. Guess what? The top league in Scotland still not got a sponsor. Nobody's wanting to know it because Rangers aren't there. The same appeal. They had to change the TV deal as well. the minute Rangers get put out of the Premier League. BT and Sky weren't interested just with the SPL. They wanted Rangers games. And their viewing figures showed why they want Rangers games. Because their highest viewing figures is when Rangers are on their channels. So TV companies aren't they're gonna put things out that they want. They're not gonna show games that they're not gonna get viewers. They don't want games. Obviously the TV companies need to make money. They need viewers to pay it. So they need to make money. So folks not gonna watch, nothing against them, folks not gonna watch your games like Kilmarnock v Motherwell. Such. I know, like, I mean, the teams that we've played the past 2 years haven't been great quality, but because it's Rangers playing to get the money, folk want to, Rangers fans, no matter where they are in the country, want to see their team on TV, so I just don't give Sky the money. I've got BT. I thought I could have sworn our game this week was in BT. It's on Sky. I think is it next week? That's why all the TV things were changed, and they've changed. They're the same this year. They've changed to the Championship and Premiership TV games. Shit. Who bought left?
Gone on his holidays.
What did Chris come back for? He came in and said none. Eh?
He gone out, I'll let him in.
He came in, he said nothing and then went away. What a fanny.
Because you was talking about football.
Aye, we did talk about rugby, were we? He gets mixed up. Oh, hello, maybe what you're back. Fucking spell it, man. I think my computer's getting. Oh, I think my computer. I think I need to get it out again. See when my computer's fans start getting dusty, the heat that comes out of my fucking computer then. I clean it out at least twice a month, I think. But I'll need to do the more if I'm going to clean it. Get the stuff to date.
What do you use? Just like a can of air?
Air dusters, aye. Air dusters and then Case,
What
case.
did you do there?
I've got anti-static case foam as well. I put on the outside of the cases, not on the well. I do the inside of the case sides and that. The anti-static stuff. I've had it for years. I had it when I worked in. I bought it when I was working in the PC shop building computers and everything. And I've still got it. I've used it hundreds and there's still fucking more than half a can in it. You hardly need any. Just a wee squirt and it does the whole area like. An air compressor would work too, aye. That would certainly work, mate. I use a hoover too, because if it's really bad, I take the hoover to the heavy stuff and then I use the air duster to get in all the wee nooks and crannies you can't get with the computer. Well, if it's a really high compressed air that's coming out, mate, aye, you could knock like anything off the board if it's really high. Aye, same with a hoover. You need to be careful with the hoover because you don't want to knock any of the wee chips or anything like that. But a hoover does work. As I say, it works for all the main stuff, but if you've got any, I mean, I've got fans in where you can't even reach out. You couldn't put a hoover in. I think it's four fans. I've got a radiator, two fans on that. Well, the one big fan on that, and then I think I've got 3 case fans, and then you've got the power supply. The hitch doesn't get really bad because the power supply fan is facing down into the was the ground. Because underneath my case I've got a mesh. Keep anything out you hit like. Like the mesh is fucked, I need to get new stuff, but the only thing with the tin air, man, your horn gets fucking freezing when you spray it. The only thing. The can goes ice cold. Good when it's hot. Last time I done it, it was in a roast. It was like roasting the whole melon. Vicky was stealing the can off me to hold against her to cool her down. That's the only thing. Is really. I was watching an overclocking thing the day, and they used nitrogen to kill the they poured just nitrogen right in that. Overclocking competition. Mr. Bubblegum.
I added 2 case fans to mine.
Aye.
And the fan that came with the CPU was really small, so I put a bigger one on there as well.
Right. I've not got a fan in my CPU.
You water cooled?
Liquid sealed. Fuck that water piss, man. I'd be shite myself in case of what I leaked. Full sealed unit. Easiest way. Just bang it straight in there. That water stuff, you need to do all water tests. Well, I suppose you could probably get sealed units, but well, water you can't, because it would. I think the water would eventually evaporate with the heat.
Yeah, you do have to keep topping it up.
Aye, but I don't fancy that because all you need is one pipe to leak. Why would you just put a random pole? That wasn't in the game before. Was it? I know these poles were here before, but that pole out there wasn't.
Apparently it's not the water that damages your computer. There was a guy on YouTube, he says it's not the water that fries your computer, it's when it overheats, when there's no water in it.
If your water leaks onto your components, it would damage it then.
Have you ever seen an oil cooled computer?
I've seen some on YouTube.
It's just like the whole motherboard and everything.
Have you seen the ones that's actually full of water? With fishes inside them?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I saw an oil one.
Uh-huh. Much the same.
The whole motherboard and everything is just
Sunk.
submerged in the oil.
Aye.
And then he had a great big massive radiator at the side of it. It's
Aye.
mental.
Yeah, I've got a big radiator up the top with mine. With a fan on it, and then the 3 case fans. One at the front that you can hardly get into it.
So does the radiator do the CPU?
Yep, aye.
Right.
Aye, hips. Get your oil thing up here, your radiator, and that's what's pumping it through. Then your heat's coming up through your radiator. Eh? Fuel costs and I never put fuel on that one. Very costing 20. What percent on fuel then? Put that in. Hey. Garage now.
Plus a 4% damage.
I know I have to put that in, mate. Don't worry. Hey, wait, that pole there, that wasn't in the game before, was it? That that mod just put that in. I've never seen it before.
I thought it might stop raining in the cave. I left the cave rain and then you load back on it raining again.
I'm not in.
So they can't give me a chance.
2196. And yeah, sleep now. Oh no. Daylight's the best, isn't it? That's hard. Hey, come on. Even just you want Epidural that day. That would take on. Short ones tonight. Back out. Back out. It's all been hanging me tonight for me. Tankers mainly. You noticed? Calcium, sulfur. Everyone has been a tanker. Except for one. Electronics. Fertilizer, and that's what 70. 59. I usually forget to write something down. DJ Ninja, welcome to the stream. Need to go back to where I just picked up, I bet you.
Are you voting next month?
Yep. Of course I am.
What are you voting?
Nope. Surprised you had to ask me that.
So I reckon they've really shot themselves in the foot by letting under 18s vote.
More sensible under 18s that there is older folk. Most under 18s are telling them to stick their fucking independence up their arse. It's the older folk that I'm worried about.
Yeah, the oldies tend to not like change as much though.
Aye. Any of the polls have the poll the other night there that before the live debate and then after live debate it moved even further in favour no. Because Alex Salmon's just not got the answers that people's want. I mean, he won't tell people his currency back up. I mean, who in their right mind is going to vote against for separation when they don't even know what currency the country's going to be using? It'd be absolutely ludicrous for anybody to vote to take us out of the United Kingdom and no know what our currency in a year or year and a half down the line is going to be.
But didn't they say that if they do go independent that they're not allowed to use the British pound?
Well, that's what they've been told. Every section, the banks, financial sector, every other sector said that. But SNP says no, we'll use the pound.
The only other problem in Scotland is as soon if they do declare independence, their country's credit score.
Exactly.
But yeah, their credit rating will
I
be
mean,
lower.
straight away they'd have to spend billions of pounds setting up their own tax system, their own currency, their own financial services. I mean, it costs absolute billions and billions of pounds, and Scotland's not got billions and billions of pounds. Scotland's SNP's giving false hope because Scotland doesn't own the oil in the North Sea. It's already sold to American companies and Norwegian companies and Japanese companies. Very small comes to Scotland.
And the shipping yard.
The fishing's virtually dead, mate.
I mean where they build the submarines.
Well, if they get independence, that all goes. They don't build submarines in Scotland. It's where the submarines are held. That's the first thing the SNP says they'll get rid of. They'll get rid of Faslane. Because they don't want what do you call it? Oh fuck. What are the submarines in the Faslane? One is protesting against it all because it's some kind of weaponry. The weaponry that Britain and America go to war with other countries. Remember they said Iraq had the same weapons and they went into Iraq and never found any.
Nuclear.
Nuclear submarines, that's that. Imagine not getting that word. But also, the government's come out and said that if, I mean, your warships have been built in Scotland now. Your future warships. And the government and the Navy and all that's told them if Scotland gets its independence, British, the BA systems that's building them in Glasgow and Forsyth have said they'll immediately withdraw from Scotland. Even our home country banks, the RBS, it's now a government bank anyway, and the Bank of Scotland and all that, they've all said that they'll withdraw from Scotland, they'll move out of Scotland if this country gets independence. And it's unreal the amount of people that's came out and said and gave their exact reasons why, but yeah, you still get dafty saying that, yes. I chased one from my door the other week there. Happened to get out of my fucking gate and never to come back to my house for the yes campaign. Oh, I take it you're voting no. I says,
please.
I says, I take it you're voting no. I says, I wouldn't be telling you what I'm voting. I says, you don't tell, you don't discuss. That's what I vote is between me and that ballot box, not between you and me. I says, so get out my fucking gate now and don't bother coming back to this door. And he went. Can you move him, Kev, mate?
Oh, yeah.
I reckon if they turn around and say, it's yes, the majority's voted independence, I reckon there'll be a recount asked for. Because nobody will believe it.
Ah.
I've heard too many people say that they're going to vote no.
Was moved to your
No,
channel.
that
Put me in the wrong channel.
that debate the other night between Alistair Darling and Alex Salmond, right? The yes vote campaign had a campaign on Twitter with all the ones involved within the yes campaign sending pages and pages of questions that they wanted all the yes campaigners to tweet in to that debate to try and stifle the debate for the yes campaign. And Alistair Darling worried Alex Salmond their wee question campaign didn't work. Salmond didn't have the answers that Darling was flinging at him. Darling made Alex Salmond, who is Salmond, I must admit, is a very good debater, but he was nowhere. Darling absolutely buried him left, right, centre. Without doubt, the yes campaign looked stupid on Tuesday night. I actually missed it. I might watch it over the weekend because I missed it because I was watching the Rangers game. But that's what I'll probably do, like tomorrow morning or something when I'm sitting. Because I usually, if I'm gaming, I usually only play multiplayer at the weekend, or I just watch streams at the weekend if I can't be bothered. Saturdays, I usually just chill out doing nothing, play games. I watch streams, that's it. I don't play games usually on Saturday. Some Saturdays I do, but because I've played them all week, I usually just chill out. If the Wayne lets me, if the Wayne doesn't want me to do something, and if it's nice tomorrow, she'll probably want me to take her to the swing park. Because Daddy's scooter's sorted now. I've not got an excuse not to go out with her. I don't mind going out actually. Gets me out of the house for a wee while too. She's getting brave about the... Because my mum is in Hoston, Vicky's been going up visiting my mum all week. Well, for Tuesday. The Wayne's not really had time to get out to play the same as she usually does. So I promised her that we'd take her via the Howard Park yesterday. And it's got like a wee mini assault course. Fuck it. and it's got one of the kind of death slide things. It's the metal, big thick metal wire along, and it's got a wee seat on it. Then you put it back, and it comes down a big slope. Well, it's not that big in the swing part, but it's big for her. Fuck! I pressed the wrong button again. 56. She wanted on it. I said, "Get up there," but she was too wee to get on it up there. So what I done was, I sat her on it in the middle, and then I held it, and I reversed my scooter, and I taken her back up to the stand, and then let her go. You seen even I never pushed her. I just let her go. Even at the end, man, you seen the fucking swing and throwback that she got, just letting her go. Just with the speed, and she loved it. I had to do that about 6 times with her. Then we had to go shopping. She wasn't happy because she was going away for the swing part. Why are you hiding for a cat? And why do you keep poking me? Yankee Bam. I bet that gets picked for copyright.
Oh, that song there?
Aye. And it's no. That's as long as there's no words in it.
Yeah, I think that might be why, but your figure got deleted yet.
Oh, I don't think that played yesterday. They never deleted any of the other stuff that had music on it, they just take the music with it.
Yeah, I see. I bet something went wrong with her system.
I'll check the night. Because what I'll do is I'll just fire it right to YouTube. And it goes up in 2 hour sections on YouTube. Yeah. I thought it went up in 15s. But my other one it went up and it was 2 hours. Right, come on, boy, then if you're bored. What do you want to talk about? Football.
Soccer.
Oh, football.
We call it soccer.
Oh, British game. Football.
American game.
Oh.
Soccer.
Oh. Football is played with a round ball, not an oval ball. That is rugby.
Soccer.
No.
That's what it's called.
No. Rounders. Netball.
Basketball.
Netball.
Dude,
Hockey.
they play netball over in America.
Oh, they play basketball.
Yeah, they play basketball. Oh, that is netball.
Hockey.
Don't know what it's called over here.
Ice hockey.
We call it hockey over here. I have a question.
What?
Why do you Europeans drive so slowly?
Don't.
Only old people drive slow. The young people drive fast. That
Shh. You're offending my mother.
Probably. The older people got more common sense. The young people haven't.
Oh.
That was your car.
You try and see.
That was the insurance keep going up all the time.
You try and see your mother's old, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Chris's mummy's calling you old.
She can't hear you.
Well, she didn't. She haven't got her hearing aid in.
I'll email her.
You don't know. She doesn't have an email address.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have an email address.
Everybody in America's got email addresses. I'll P.O. box her.
You don't know my address?
What about?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see when she gets her mail then. Father's name's Christopher.
Guess what?
What?
I know where you live.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. You live in Ayrshire.
I bet quite a lot of people live in that area.
Mm-hmm. I know a house he lives in too. He lives in the one with a with an orange roof.
An orange roof?
Mm-hmm. And I don't know why it's orange as well.
Why?
Because you want me to find it. So I did.
I've got some gutting news.
What's that?
What's that?
Football wasn't invented by England.
Ah.
Yes!
If it's not the best.
And it wasn't invented
Who
by
was
America
who was it
either.
invented by?
Romans.
Ah, great. Like.
2005 BC. But football as we know it was invented in England in 1888.
Yeah. What Americans invented?
Football, as we know it, was invented before that.
Basketball.
Because Rangers were born in 1872. And held their first game then as well.
Well,
First
this is-
professional game.
This is wiki and they're not always right.
Oh. The Celtic were formed in 1888.
With that bush mod, you got a mega bush on it now.
Really?
Aye.
You seen it yet?
What
I've not.
bus mod?
I've seen the mega bus. Aye. That's a cat bus mod.
Really? You mean there's a bus mod, but you can actually play with buses in the game?
Oh,
No.
AI buses.
AI buses? You mean the ones I always smash into?
But there is mods. There is mods out there that you can drive the bus. But
Yay!
it's pointless
Why's that?
unless there's a passenger mod to go with it that you get paid, because there's absolutely Ain't fun just driving a bus around the place
That's fun.
without a point in the game. Oh, I wait for Bus Driver 2 for that, thanks.
I only need an After Express on the bus mod.
Same with that, that's how I don't fancy spin tyres, because there's very little
Spin
to do.
tires is like nothing.
You go from one side of the map to the other basically, through fucking all the mud and shit.
Same thing with your truck, except
There's a point.
more-
There's a point to your truck, you deliver goods and such.
In that
This-
game, they just deliver logs.
But you get paid for delivering logs.
Now who
Kev.
the fuck wants to deliver logs?
Kev,
Well, I haven't got that far yet, mate. I haven't got that far.
right. Or do you get awards for doing things in it, do you know?
I think so, I'm not sure.
I think just because I played the dev version and there was no point, I just lost total interest in that game, I think.
I just can't get through that area.
Fucking Nora, man.
I keep getting stuck all the time.
Holy shit.
Do you?
I think some of the fidget in it, not so wheel.
No.
Got a lot of bugs in it, I think.
Our biggest downfall was not supporting wheels.
Yeah, it's fucking using controller, useless.
For a game like that, at the current climate we're in, most people that play these kind of games have got.
Oh, we just jumped. We'd have got damage.
I rattled a car that put it in front of me. Couldn't stop. It flipped it right over. I hope this video
I
saves the
didn't
night.
see it.
Well, you see it on YouTube if this video saves the night.
Really?
Yep. This
Yeah.
video saved. I'll transfer it to YouTube. The whole stream. You can watch the whole stream.
I read it wrong. The first football league was in 1888.
Right.
The first ever recorded football match was in England, in Northumberland in 1280.
Right.
But it was banned by the French.
I don't get it, actually.
Imagine a game in England being banned by fucking a country that's not even England.
8-1.
I don't
Aye,
even see it.
because I hit that car at the traffic lights. I rattled him. I sent him over on the roof. He flipped right over.
No, you do need some diesel.
I know, mate. I know. Again.
You got a leak somewhere. You keep that. How many times that you've been stopped?
That mileage. That last one was 800, not nearly 1,000 mile, mate. 890 mile or something. That would take a lot.
Hey, but
I'm not-
TVs in that bus mod.
I'm not starting YouTube as such, Ryan. I'm just. If a video goes up when the highlight on the video saved because Twitch isn't keeping them for long now, I'm just gonna share them straight to my YouTube channel. So anybody misses the stream, they can watch it on YouTube. That's all, just for folk that want to watch the stream.
Apparently Sheffield United were the first football club.
I'm gonna run out of diesel for the station. Sheffield United.
Sheffield Football Club, 1857.
Right.
The Americans didn't get wind of football until
Americans have only really.
1981.
Americans have only really
Only
came
last
in-
couple of years.
came into the football hangway since
Yeah,
the
but
World
back-
Cup. The World Cup in 1994, really.
it says 1888 to 1915
Right.
went over to America. So yeah, we had it first.
Aye. But they've not had it really big until really they held the World Cup, and then football really aspired in the States, and it's only over the last 10 to 12 years really that the MLS leagues really kicked off.
No offense, it's called soccer.
Football.
Soccer.
Football.
Soccer.
It will always be football.
We sent you to the naughty corner.
It was football first, so that's what it's called.
Then you've got beach football. That's the mad Brazilians for that, though. Playing their bare feet too.
Five aside.
That's right, 5-a-side. They actually play that as. That used to be in telly as well.
Yeah.
Like the.
Local town does that and things like that.
American football need to change name. Why is that?
Because it's not American.
If football had the same copyright rules as a certain other organisation, America would have to change. Because they've already had to change one of the sports names. And if the football world had the same balls as the other federation had to take them on, they would have to change the name of that. We're talking about the World Wildlife Foundation. The World Wildlife Federation taking the WWF all the way,
Yeah.
and they had to change their name.
Yep. People typing in their website all the time, keep pinging it on.
Aye.
No offense, you're holding up traffic.
You know, I did like watching American wrestling. Early days.
Aye.
Then how do you wrestle over there?
I was mad on it. I was staying up at 1 o'clock in the morning watching it every time, every month.
That's right, aye.
Shit.
I had the back it, don't worry.
Bloody bush to that.
Wrestling used to be good. I can't watch it now.
No, I haven't watched it the last couple of years.
It's me.
It's all shouting and having arguments.
It's mere. It's mere a comedy thing now, innit?
Yeah.
It's too scripted nowadays.
You
Dead.
smashed into a car.
I mean, it's always been scripted.
Either way
But,
it was.
I mean-
Word, done it, crap.
It's just way over now.
You know, every special match they do on box office now. Yeah. Before they do on Sky Sports.
I mean, look at that the other week there. I mean, that would have been the wrestling. I mean, why would an American body script for a Russian to go in to abuse Americans? That's just absolutely stupid. Because the manager of a Russian wrestler that's in the American WWE went on to stage and said that Americans was shit, Americans was shit and all that pish because of the bother or the hype between Russia and America now because of what's going on for that over Russian borders and all that. It was in the only reason I know that I watched it. It's the only reason I know it was papers. Well, it was online. I don't buy papers. I read everything online.
Why do you need everything online?
It's cheaper.
Because you don't go to mainstream media pages. You go to other pages and you get more truth out of them. Mainstream media in the UK, if they told me today was Saturday, I'd still fucking check the calendar.
I found something the Americans invented.
But
What's that?
UFC.
the burger,
What's that?
UFC.
Ultimate Fighting
Oh.
Championship.
That kickboxing.
I thought that would have been. I thought that would have been more likely because it's mixed martial arts. I thought that would have been more likely invented, like Japan or Tokyo or something like that. There you are.
Denver, Colorado.
There you are.
Uh,
I honestly would have because it was mixed martial arts. I thought it would have been, although it's not just mixed martial arts. You've got boxers and all that trying it now.
Yeah, it's different skills. To be fair, the Americans have invented quite a lot.
I invented burgers.
And we invented cars.
They didn't invent cars.
Of course we did. Then where did the Model T come from?
The Model T wasn't the first car, it was the first car created on a production line.
One of the guy in Twitter that I follow, it's something to do with US trucking. It was actually at one of the Cummins factories today that builds the Cummins engines.
The Cummins.
They build the factory he was at. How many engines a day do you think they get through?
Where did the name Cummins come from anyway?
I don't know. How many engines do you think this factory gets through? Hi James, mate. In a day, how many do you think they build? Come on, Chris. Chris,
I?
how many do you think they build in a day?
Lots?
How many?
How many what?
How many engines do you think they produce in a day?
4,000.
Oh, not that many. They say they pump out roughly 500 engines per day.
That's not good, though. Why?
They build 500 full engines.
That'd be everybody have to be on part time.
Krakow. Krakow, mate. That's where we're going. That's a lot of engines, mate. 500 and say 7 days a week. Or even 5 days a week. That's 50,000 engines within 10 days.
The first car with 4 wheels and a seat with some form of steering was the Benz patent motor wagon, invented by a German called Carl Benz.
Which then became your Mercedes-Benz.
But it says cars were still expensive until Henry Ford invented the production line, which made cars cheaper to build, therefore making them cheaper to buy.
And where was Henry Ford from?
America.
Then Hillman Imp. Hillman Imp, their factory was Linwood, Scotland. The Hillman Imp factory, my uncle actually worked in that. Linwood. It was a massive fucking factory, and even the grounds round about it was huge. It's now into where the actual Hillman Imp factory was, is now into loads of car sales, car showrooms, a big Asda, and a big fucking food area and cinema. Shows you how big it was.
Oh my god!
What, you crash?
Guess what happened?
What?
I drove over another car. And I mean right over him. And I'm serious too.
Happened with me.
Oh, that's another thing that they're doing. They're putting heavy haul skins in the game as well. With the new update. With the DLC. So it'll have like your strips at the front of your truck. As it's a heavy haul. If you look at the blog page, you actually see the skins. This doesn't know what I'm fucking talking about.
I've seen the page.
So what am I talking about then?
You're talking about those new heavy. Oh, you're talking about those new skins for oversized loads,
Aye,
and there's
so,
an oversized
so
load
what are
skin.
they like then?
So Carl Benz did go on to create Mercedes-Benz, so technically Mercedes-Benz was the first automobile in the world. Made by the blooming Germans.
I mean, honestly, you couldn't fault the Germans for any cars that they build. From BMW to Volkswagen to Mercedes to Audi. Audi's even German. And then any cars that they've taken over. I mean, it's Volkswagen basically builds the Seat models now. Seat is a Volkswagen basically. Just a cheaper version.
And their engines are putting lapping.
I remember when Skodas was the joke of the towns, man. Between Skoda and Ladders. I would have laughed and look at the amount of Skodas that on the road now With taxi firms. It's the favourite car for taxi firms.
Question.
What is the question?
When's the new DLC coming out?
Soon.
Very soon.
Monday.
Sunday.
If not Monday, the end of the week.
They must be releasing it quite soon, because instead of spreading the information across, they've released quite a lot of it in one go.
Released it in 2 goes actually. Two blogs. First blog never told you much. Second blog went into it a wee bit deeper. Because I read the first blog, I went, that's not going to do any good for normal game players. It was more aimed at modders, the first section. But then when you seen the second one, that makes sense now. There's one of the bus mods there.
I didn't know Volkswagen makes trucks as well.
It's mostly South America though that they sell them.
Never saw one on the road.
Don't see much. No, you'll know it's South America, so it's Brazil and all that kind of area. Oh fuck! I missed how much that was.
Too expensive.
I'll say that much.
They make the Constellation. You can get a mod for it.
Aye, there's a mod here. It was actually I know it's Brazil because the Brazil map mod had them in them, and had all particular trucks that area are used.
Have you tried out the Maz trucks?
They're mere Russian.
They're just man.
Yep. Never knew folks. Wait a minute. Sleep. I become some. Hi Giant Rock, how you doing?
That road works, sir.
Yeah.
Too far.
Aye. I've slept anyway, mate. Oh, fucking Birmingham. Oh, there's one, Rocklaw. Yeah. Need a new sheet. Eden. So don't forget when I done it. Right. Back off.
Why do you have an air conditioner on your roof?
Because I have. Because I
Trying
can.
to stay
Each
cool.
driver got up in the world.
Yep. We've got air conditioning in the vehicles here. What did you think? We didn't have air conditioning?
Yeah, got over the window.
No, no, they've got them in vehicles. Especially the trucks. Open the window. No bother, mate.
Oh, I nearly got to the ferry boat now. Look at me long journey. Well, jumped. The long blue drive that was. Driving from Lodge.
I've done 2 long ones with night. 1,000 odd mile. That was the first one. The second one was 800. One at 887, and then the other one was 892. One at 556, one at 216, one at 354, and one at 158. So they'll be over 3,000 miles in it.
What time is it over there in the UK?
Half 12.
Midnight.
No, early morning.
Really? What time in the morning?
Saturday morning.
Half 12 Saturday morning.
Hey. So how's tomorrow?
Fine.
We don't call it like that. Tomorrow when we go to sleep. Wake up again. We don't call it Friday till. I do. Where's that bush going?
I like that sound, man. Engine brake.
Oh shit. I'll follow that bus.
Dwayne usually is dancing in the morning, but said tonight she's not going. That's 2 weeks in a row she said she didn't want to go. So you still have gone to? But I think what put her off, the other week they went and all they done was draw things. And then the next week she went, they were doing French stuff. And she didn't like it. I think that's what's put her off. It was a wee shame of us because she loved it before. She can't wait until school goes back, because then when school goes back, a couple of weeks later her rainbows start again. She keeps on about that she's missing her rainbows.
For what?
Her rainbows.
Oi.
What?
No, I was just saying I.
Say aye to ya. Say aye to your killie pie. I've still not seen a Subaru Impreza in the AI. The new AI I've got in is meant to have a Subaru Impreza and a Subaru Legacy.
A Subaru.
And I've seen neither.
When you want a car to show up, it never shows up.
I bet Chris binged it.
I did.
But you can't drive a fucking slow truck, never mind trying to drive a Subaru. Okay, one of my brothers has fixed his. He's putting a new engine in his. He was going to sell it, but folk came and offered him silly money, so he decided just to put a new engine in it himself. Well, no new engine. He got it south. What he paid for it down south and couldn't get it, including getting it delivered up here was cheaper than what the places up here wanted for it, for a recondition done. It's like shit off a shovel. Alright, driving a Subaru is fucking filling the bastard up with fuel all the time. I wouldn't like to fill that car in Vitaly's. Vitaly the prankster for YouTube. Holy shit, he's got one of these sporty Jaguar type cars. I think he's only 21 or 22 year old and that's the kind of car he's driving. Must be loaded.
And you could tear up a new car faster than an old one.
Aye, we've had rain all day, mate. Off and on. We were put every area in Scotland was under flood warning up to 11 o'clock the night, mate. But the area we've not had it bad. That's not to say other places, like even just up the road for me, or along the road for me a wee bit, haven't been flooded. Because they're near the river, like. But don't say that, Ryan. I ain't fucking petrified for lightning and all that pish. Don't want that. We were meant to get the tail end of the storm that America's been getting recently as well.
What have we been getting exactly?
Some areas, not you.
Thunderstorm.
No, a hurricane.
I've heard about that. Tell you, it's bad.
It'll just be a wee wind.
That's what Americans always give us.
What we get here in West Virginia is we get the wind from it. We don't get any of the we might get
and hurricane in America's like a 60 fucking force wind here. America shuts down. We continue working. Remember a few years ago, my cousin was out in Florida. He phoned his mum saying that it was hurricanes, the water part that were right were shutting down all the slides. He says, "Oh, it is, mum, it's a wee wind."
And did everything shut down?
Everything was shut. And it was only a wee wind.
What do you think a hurricane does?
Bloody wind.
A wee wind.
And causes floods. I'll be right back in 1 second, alright?
Twisters and things like that, that's fucking totally different. I mean, that's really bad in America. Up Twister Alley and all that. I wouldn't like to live in that kind of... Well, I wouldn't like it if the Twister was coming towards us, put it that way. But the thing to me, right, the thing that I don't understand about out that way, right, these places are used to, certain areas are used to like high winds and really strong winds and tornadoes, or that kind of thing, right? Why when their houses get wrecked, they still insist on only building wooden houses? How do they not build solid brick houses that, okay, you might get some damage to the roof or whatever, but no, they replace it with the exact same
wooden houses.
Wooden houses. I don't know. There might be a reason for that, right enough, that we don't know because we're from over this side. But tornadoes, aye. But it just doesn't make sense to replace the house that got knocked down with the same type of house. To me, I'd be building it with fucking rocks so it wouldn't move. I mean, look, we can withstand. I mean, we've had really high winds the past couple of years. At times, we've had winds over 100 miles an hour, and we've not sustained any damage except for a trampoline going away, but to the buildings and such. To the buildings and such have been no damage. It never flew away, it just upended itself and bent the main swing. I fixed the swing frame, but trampoline was fucked.
I remember that video.
Oh, aye, the video of the trampoline running down the street.
Yeah.
That was in Glasgow somewhere. Oh, the pissing rain too, aye. Oh. Only in Glasgow would you see a fucking trampoline passing your window. But it shows you how easy it is, man. I mean, mine, I had 12 sandbags on mine, and it was tied. I had the stretchy cable things. I had them run all the legs onto a solid fence, into a fence that was solid into the ground, and it still lifted that trampoline. Only thing that would have stopped it, I think, if it had been totally concreted into the ground, which then is fucking pointless because you can never move it then. It's amazing, even water, it's amazing the damage that high rushes of water can do. Water can wash away fucking virtually anything if there's enough of it. You wouldn't realise how dangerous like that litres, gallons of water if it was coming towards you at a force. Did they see the YouTube video? I think, or was it a Facebook video? It was going viral.
Tornado.
It was going viral yesterday. Know how this water challenge is going on? this cold water challenge thing. It's going ape shit on Facebook. What it is you get nominated and you need to get drenched in ice cold water buckets.
It's so cold.
Two ice buckets, and then you've got a bucket that your feet's in, and you need to put the bucket of that water that goes in there every at the end. But this guy taking it even further.
He take it further again.
What he done was I think he was a contractor on a building site or something. What he done, he sat in the middle and they filled the big buckets they use for the cement in the building sites. They filled then with water, ice water, flung it over him, and then the digger filled his back bucket, big back bucket, hit with ice water, and then the forklift put water in one of the things that the forklift was carrying. The forklift let the water. The guy was sitting in a seat. The forklift let the water out, and it fucking washed him down the building site.
Really? I'm not.
On the new Alex map, be ready for the 1 point trial.
We don't know.
Don't know. Remember's on vacation, mate.
Did he decide to take a vacation already?
Ready. Man needs a holiday. He only works on the map roughly 8 to 12 hours a day. One day, Vic, welcome to the stream. Him and his daughter. When she's free. His daughter even does it. His daughter does a lot of the things that you see in the map. The buildings and such like that. She designs all that.
Who does?
Alex's daughter.
Oh. Hey, you'll never guess why I have this old Scania. Which is the 164L, right?
I'm surprised that still works in this version, because I had the 2008 Scania and it was, I put it in and it went all red. Alright, you expect your delivery, fuck's sake. I've got 1 hour 51 minutes, how the fuck can you?
Hey, you know what? It works, because remember when I did that stream on that,
Hey, but that's what I'm saying, I'm surprised it does work, because a 2008 version of the Scania that came out after that doesn't work. That's what I was saying. That's why I'm surprised it works. I know it does work, that's what I'm saying, I'm surprised it still works. Because a newer version of Scania doesn't work. Because I was going to try the 2008 Scania last night for a change. But
and it crashed.
It never crashed. It went in the game, but when you went in, all the speedos was all red, all the dash was red. All your seats were red. It just didn't work. Welcome, everybody that's just come in.
Hello. How did you guys,
Huh? Chris, why do you start something then stop?
Oh, sorry, I had something going on. When you guys, or should I say, when the people building the motorways, right? A long time ago, before you were born, right? And they had a mountain in the way. What did they do to that mountain?
Went through it.
You mean blew it up?
No, went through it. That's
You
why.
meant by a tunnel.
Yes, that's why you've got loads of tunnels.
In Britain?
No, no, well, get the Clyde Tunnel in Glasgow and all that underwater. So,
Underwater?
yep, you've got tunnels in London that's underwater too.
Ooh.
You got the subway.
And you've got the- you've-
Virginia.
we-
You got the underground, the whole this thing.
Aye, and you've got Glasgow underground and all that. There's loads of things underground.
It's not nice to interrupt people. Now, can I say what I was gonna say?
What?
Right. You know that there's this tunnel in Hamptons, Virginia, right? It goes under water, right? There's a 3-mile bridge that goes out, and then there's a tunnel that goes under. Actually, not underwater. It's just a submerged tube thing, like. You get the point, don't you?
Oh. Hey farmer, how you doing, buddy? In a box, welcome.
Have you heard of Big Walker Mountain?
Oh. That's how you park, Christopher.
Says the person with the wheel.
What do you do to just get jobs the place you want? Blue Ridge Mountain.
I heard Blue Ridge Mountain. So have I.
Right, we'll do this one and that'll be the last for the night, I think.
I practically live west of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Sketching and it's what?
Can see that coming.
That's right, it was a Denver song, wasn't it?
Okay, Ryan, then sing for us.
Can't play it, it's copyright.
What, he can't even sing it?
No, it's a copyrighted song, isn't it?
Was. That song came out in the 70s.
Doesn't matter when it came out, it's still under copyright law.
Let's Google it then.
Bang. Bang. And we're off.
Guess what?
What?
I have a Scania 164L.
How you can afford all these trucks? You got no money in your bank.
I got this profile so I can test out mods, right? And I also use it for Alex Map.
I might play this over the weekend to try and get all these Polish cities done. I might stream Sunday night, but if the Rangers are playing Tuesday, it maybe suits folk better me streaming Sunday night than the Tuesday during the day my last week. The first day I might not be doing full. The Monday I might not do a full length stream. I might only do. It depends. Don't know yet. It depends because we've got Vicky's mum down that day as well, so and we hardly get to see her, so I might take the Monday off actually. I'll tell you late during the other time though. I take the Sunday off, I'll do another again maybe. No, I'll do that. If I take the Monday off, I'll do the Friday during the day, then I'll do a Friday night stream. Eh! I was away for the car, you bastard. Come on, you're the country boy, you should know all these songs. It's the country boy.
Come on.
Come on, Chris, give us a song.
Be late for the delivery.
Chrissy, give us a song. Better stop shouting, Chris. His daddy'll think I'm talking to him.
What?
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 Mr. Christopher Ed. And then you've got Mr. Master Christian Ed.
Am I allowed to sing copyrighted music on your stream?
No, don't do it just in case, because if you sing it in the...
I'll sing it anyway.
Don't! I'll mute you. Red Stick Muncher, welcome to the stream, buddy. I like all the I like this side of the map. All the roads between all the Polish cities.
They're narrow, aren't they?
They're all nice and bendy, I love it.
That one's shouting in my ears.
They're all nice and narrow. Oh, my game just crashed.
Chris doesn't like these sides. Because the roads aren't wide enough for him.
Don't worry. As long as I'm not driving an American truck.
Chris needs a three lane motorway, and he still crashes.
I need a 20-lane interstate.
What's he going to be like in American truck simulator when the trucks are longer? I dread to think. I dread to think the carnage is going to cause.
What's that? Not only that, aren't they working for a multiplayer mod for American Truck Simulator?
Well, I heard that SCS were making it multiplayer, but I don't know if they are. People said that SCS was doing it. That's what I mean. I don't know if it'd be good if SCS. I mean, to me, SCS knows that everybody wants multiplayer, so it would be daft to design the game not multiplayer. But at the same time, if it was multiplayer, I would actually play I'll play single player anyway before I play multiplayer in an American Truck Sim.
Yeah, you get
'Cause
some money in.
I want to do the same as I've done in ETS. I want to play the game from the start without any mods to improve the game or anything like that. And then once I've done the map once, I'll then look into mods that I can use to improve the game and that. And this time I'm going to keep my very first profile. I'm going to keep backing it up every night that I finish. In case if anything happens, I'm always going to have a backup. 2 backups, I'll put it in 2 different discs.
Hey, what happened to your first profile on ETS2?
At the first, the first time I'd completed it all, and then I didn't care. I thought, oh, I can do it again. I've done it that many times, I don't bother. But I want to keep the ATS and just see how far I can get it. Again, I would have one for normal game, and then if there's multiplayer, I'll do another profile for multiplayer. Tengus, welcome to the stream. Same, I tried to put a normal Scania interior in to make it an all black interior that I found today. I put it in and it went, instead of black it went blue. It was meant to be black and it went totally different colour, so I turned it back out.
You can imagine what the...
Captain Sano, welcome to the stream, buddy. Can you imagine what, mate? Oh, you've got Pro Star no, Pro Star is international, isn't it?
Pro Star?
Aye.
Yeah.
It's international Pro Star.
International. Navistar is international.
Pro Star's basically a budget truck.
It's those little short trucks. It's those short trucks which we Americans don't like. But somehow, you know, I don't, you know, even though my dad doesn't like those cab-over trucks, right? I like them. Well, of course, I got no choice. I have to drive a cab-over truck in Europe.
I know an Canadian trucker that's actually talking about getting a cab over. When he goes for a new truck, he's talking about buying a cab over, and because then he can buy